Well, welcome. We're setting up for tomorrow. We're going to go out and fly. And I want to give myself some different options on propellers. So I got off the phone with Randy just a little bit ago. And he told me that this propeller here works the best with 75s. This 3-blade. It's see, what did I say it was? It's 13 and a half. And he said to set it at a 4-pitch and let it go between 91 and 9200. So we're going to check the pitch, and I got some of the other type propellers here. So I got out my 3-blade spinner. I'm probably going to have to repaint it because we're not going to worry about that for tomorrow, but or maybe I will. I don't know. So we'll check these blades and see where we are. If you guys don't have a pitch gauge, you need to get one. That blade is about 4 1/4 on that one, so that's good. Seven. This blade is 7, about 3 something. Ain't no wonder why the damn thing don't drive. 7. Yeah, it's 3 and a half. Let's see here. Right there. 7. Yep, that blade is 3 and a half, so we're gonna have to twist that one up. I'll try this blade. Seven. That blade is 3 and a half again. 7. Yeah. 3 and a half. So we need to put some more pitch in this thing. Check this blade one more time. And I'm going to show you how to do it. 7. That blade there is 7. Yep, that one is 4. So we'll mark that one. This is a good one. I only want to do this once. I don't want to play around with it too much. So that's a good one. And we'll check this again. This one here is get straight across there. 7. 4 and a half. 7. Man, 4 and a half. So we got to de-pitch one and put more pitch on the other. Yo! That one there is 7, 4.5. So I need to flatten it out. Less pitch. Some guys boil them, you know, put them in hot water. I just heat them up. Hot, 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 hot. Need a glove, something. Too damn hot. Okay, we are at 7. And we're almost there. 7. It's at, moved it up about, got it close. 7. Need to twist it a little bit. Twist it a little bit more this way. He was talking to me about it, doing Phillips entry on some of these rev ups. Obviously, this is not a rev up. This is a carbon prop. Try to get more drive out of it. Seven. Shit, I went too far again. Damn. Seven. There we go. That's pretty close. 7. Oh, 4.5. It's got to go. Got to go right there. So we need to tweak that down. Damn thing's hot. There. 7. There we go. A little bit over 4 yet. 7 right there. Got to go right there. Have to heat it up again. Gotta go that way. 7. There we go. Okay, that one's done. Shit. Not really. 7 needs to be. I keep going too far. I don't know why these things don't come out of the mold at the right pitch. Okay. 7. Hot, 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 hot. Seven. There we go. Nope. 7. A little over. 7. It's about a quarter of a degree over. Looks like it's what it's going to have to be because it's 4 1/4. I can't get it. Can't get it right. Oh, there we go. No, still over. Man, driving me nuts. I guess it's going to have to be like balsa wood. We're going to have to relieve the stress of it, overcorrect it, flatten it out, and then bend it back. That's what I'm going to do. I'll pull it way out of shape. Did you do a video on how to use a pitch gauge so I don't ask the same question? No, I haven't done a video on how to use a pitch gauge, but I will. I'll do it. I'll do it on this one. I'll show you. Well, we wiped that out. A little kink in it right there. Okay, Bob was asking, how do you use a pitch gauge? I always use station 7. You can use any station you want, but that seems to be about midway. So on the front side of this, we have station 1 through 13. And then on the gauge itself, you have 1 through 14. I guess, I don't know why they did it like that, but anyway. So you take the propeller, and I put it in station 7. I turn it upside down, and you have to match the angle of the pitch gauge to the back of the prop, then you read up 7, and now we got it way out of whack. You read up this way, and now it's at 5.5, and I want it here. So let's see if we slide it back this way. Yeah, it's got to be bent more. So you keep bending the prop until that angle right here is parallel, and this line right here is where you want, the number you want. So I need to bend that up. I really went past where it was supposed to be, so that's good. I kept making little corrections. Does that explain the pitch gauge? And just tweak the propeller. Hopefully we get it right. Looks right. Doesn't mean anything. Seven. That's right. It looked right, and it is right. Let's see here. We back it up a little bit. There we go. 7. Damn. That's 4.5 again. 7. I need it to be there. I got to drop a little bit more. Seven. It's just a little over 4. 7. We'll let that blade go. It keeps going back and forth. Okay. This one here, a little under. That's pretty close though. No, wait a minute. 7. Should be right there. That's close enough. Hey, Marcel. When you get rid of the woo flu, okay, let's see. Let's see if this is drilled right. I don't know whether it is or not. I know I'm going to have to run that spinner there. And these are a different color, so I'm going to have to repaint it. So we're going to mark this prop here. the prop I've been using. Hello, Marcel. That'll take some of the weight off because that spinner is very heavy. I'll put this one back on. There it is. I was at 61 ounces. I have to weigh it again. I got a whole lot of time. I gotta come up with a solution quick. As a matter of fact, I think I'm just going to see if this fits, and we'll put that one back on because I know that it worked. I guess I will paint that spinner tonight. $9,100, Randy said. That's a 3-blade. Check the balance. You know, props are a real science, and you just got to try whatever you think will work. Yeah, let's check the balance now. What size tin sheets? Cut up a thinner can. Get a paint can, you know, paint thinner can, cut that up, make a tank out of it. Let's see what the hell is this? The wind direction arrow points all over the place tomorrow. Okay, whatever. So I want to keep this prop with this spinner. That's probably what we're going to run first thing in the morning. And I got this prop. Let's see what this is supposed to be. This prop here will pull your arm off. Lots of undercamber. It's an APC clone carbon 3-blade. Let's see what the 7. He said it would be a 5 pitch. 7. It is 5 pitch. Let's see what they're saying. Is the sun up even at that time? Yeah. So we got 7. It's a little over 5 pitch. Let's try another blade. I've got to get my options down. I'm going early. I'm going over to John's Friday. We'll be flying at the Dayton field before the Nats to try to work out some of these bugs. This is at a 5, so this is 5 pitch. So you run this about 8,800. It's at 5. So this one's a 5 pitch. No wonder why it pulls it like a freight train. Okay, so here's the options that I got for tomorrow. Let's check this one. These are Zors. I'm going to try some Zors. This is a 14.5. So let's see if it's 5 pitch. Got to have some options. I know that the 14.5 rev ups are actually 14.4.5. This is actually 7. Ooh, 5.5. That baby would really pull it fast. This is 14.5. It's 5.5 actually. Seven, yep. 14.5 is 5.5. Let's see what the 4 is. So this is a beautiful propeller. Now I made some Zor electric props. We'll try them too. I should go out in the car and get one and see what it is. This is a 14. This is a 14.4 here. Kind of going into the Nats cold this year. But have a good time anyway. Okay, this is a 4, and it is. Why couldn't it be 4.5? It's a 4. Shit. Seven. For CNC, it sure ain't very accurate. 7. Nope, that's 4. This is a true 4 pitch, so let's see what my rev up is. And my rev up is got my car fixed today. Like I told you, I got up first thing in the morning and put that shifter in it. Boy, what a pain in the ass that was. Went and changed my oil. That's got my oil changed. That was ridiculously expensive. 7. Okay, the rev up is 7. 4.5. It's supposed to be a 5. Yeah, it's 4.5. No wonder why it don't pull good. So we got these props to try tomorrow if the weather prevails. I'm going to start out with the rev up. We got the 3 rev ups, 2 Zors, and 2 3 blades. And then I got some 14-4. Yeah, the wide blade, this is a high horsepower engine. The wide blade loads the motor. So I don't normally use a tack. It drives John crazy. I just listen for the engine. It should be running in its fastest 4 cycle, should be cackling, just braking between 4 and a 2 cycle on the ground. And when you let it go, within a half a lap, it'll unload and run back into a 4 cycle. Okay. They're all talking back and forth on the flight schedule. So within a half lap going around, it'll be hard 4-stroking. If you let it go, like I told you, the engine's 4 cycling and you turn it in until it just breaks into a 2 cycle and you back it out. So it's cackling between 4-2. That's as hard 4 cycle that you can get going. And it'll take off, and as it takes off, it'll lean out and it goes into a 2 cycle, but by a half a lap, it'll go into a hard, fast 4-stroke. And high horsepower motors like big wide blades. This is a little thin blade. I don't know what Randy's thinking, but he said this motor runs good on this little thin blade prop, a flat back. And I can guarantee you this baby here pulls it like a freight train. I mean, it's in the 4-second range. So we got that situated. I'll have to put the props in a box. This will be good enough for a test tomorrow because I don't want to monkey around with it if I don't. Oh, I wanted to check the balance, see where it was at for balance. It didn't move it, so I traded off the heavier propeller for the lighter spinner. So this prop here, I'm going to put a piece of tape on it so I know that this prop's ready to go. This is the recommended prop by Randy. Like a Super Tiger 46, I like to use 11.6 EW, the extra wide props, because it loads the motor more. So if I want to use the 15.48, I got to use this spinner, because I got a 15-inch propeller that'll go on this bad boy too, but it really pulls. I think maybe I'll mark that prop as tested. So that's going to work with that. you see what I'm doing here? I'm spending quite a bit of time tinkering with the stuff on the bench. Do yourself a favor, do that, because you get out to the field and nothing's working and you haven't figured it out, nothing fits. All you do is drive yourself nuts. It's a lot better to do this on the bench than it is to do it out at the field and have your buddies go, "Hey, quit flipping, let's fly." So that is good. Oh, we got to put the back plate back on. Let's weigh these up and see what the difference is. So with this setup here, let's see how much it's going to change the balance. This setup here weighs 2.35 ounces. Let's do grams. Weighs 66 grams with this setup here. And this setup here, 66, with this spinner, back plate, and nut, weighs 'That's a two blade. That won't work. 66. Come on now. 66. 61 grams. That's actually lighter. That is actually lighter than that. So that's my next choice. It's 61, so it's 5 grams lighter. The 3-blade with the carbon spinner is 3 grams lighter than the 2-blade with the aluminum spinner. So that's an option. Let's see what this weighs. This spinner here and this setup here weighs 47 grams. So that's lighter yet. So that's a better option than the aluminum spinner. 66, so it's 20 grams. That's a lot better. So maybe I ought to run that spinner instead of this aluminum dog. So let's do that. Well, we had this on it before. I don't want to change up too much. I'll keep these two setups separate. So we got this setup and this setup, and the one we're going to start with tomorrow. So I'm going to get the most turn out of this setup. It's lighter and it's a 2-blade, and I'll get the second most turn with the 3-blade and the light spinner. But I really didn't have a problem with turn. I had a problem with lap speed. So I've changed the tank. You know, you're not supposed to do all these changes all at once, but like I say, I don't have time to be farting around. I got to use my best judgment when I think it's going to be best for it. I've taken tip weight out because it dropped the wingtip when the engine quit, like bam, all the way. It's terrible. I had a ½ ounce of tip weight in it. I never run that much tip weight. I always run 1/4 ounce. I don't know what I was thinking. You know, you built your wing 3/4 of an inch to an inch longer to carry the weight of the lines, and then go ahead and put tip weight in it like it's equal panel wing. That ain't very smart. This looks good, but but it's heavier. Okay, so we got 3 setups that I know will work. Tape them together. Yeah, do yourself a favor and don't be a scale guy and go out there and flip, 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 flip. Then just get out there and eat up the time on the circle flipping, trying to start an engine. They've never bench trimmed the airplane. They've never started the engine at home. I mean, I don't start them at home either. I take them to the park, but I could start it here at home. You know what? I'm going to paint that spinner while we're at it here. I think I got red already mixed up. Been rubbing on this airplane all day. All day. Okay, this one's good to go. The hub's too big, and this is for a, no, this is the right size. This is the wrong size. This is a flat back. I guess I could pitch this up and put some shims in the prop, some spacers. I guess that'd be a good idea too. Let me see if I got any spacers over here. See, I drill these things out for prop extensions, and then it's kind of screwed if you're not using a prop extension. But Radical RC, I don't have any. Oh, I got one left. I'm gonna have to go Friday when I go over there. Hey, found that other hotspot deal. Let's see if we got any mojo with this. 4 hotspots I got. Let's see if they got their act together. Looks like it. Let me check it out here. Go to Radical RC and pick these spacers up. He's got 10 million of them. Let's see here. Do we got mojo? Nope, no internet. So they haven't fixed it. Isn't that a shame? Bummer, dude. This was the hotspot that I knew worked, the Momoxy. Now I got, this is Sure Talk, the other one's Straight Talk. I got a, let me see here. This is, man, it's really aggravating. Oh, I got them in that bag. Yeah. Why don't I ever have them all together at once? Let's see here. I think I threw them in this bag right here. I hope. Yep, well, there's the phone. Okay. Just to show you I wasn't BSing. about Rodax. I got the Moxie, the Straight Talk, T-Mobile, and AT&T. And they're all shit. That's $400 worth of crap. Okay. Now what do I do? What I do with these spacers here is I press them into the hub of the prop. So it takes 2 or 3, but we'll put 2 in this. Put 1 from this side. And 1 from this side. So now we got another prop we can choose from. Let's pitch this one to 4.5. This one's at 4. Let me write it down. Man. I don't want to get a paintbrush out. I just want to write it with something. I'll write it with a wax pencil, I guess, so I know. We got 4.5 or 4 on this one. And we're going to pitch that one to 4.5. That way I'll have, this one's a 5. That one's a 4, and we'll have a 4.5. And then I got this one, and the 4.5 rev ups, and the Zors. So I got this one. And these are those, there's a lot of money in props here, believe it or not. We'll take those. We'll take them too. We want this one at 4.5. Damn. Yeah. And I got a big box of these stupid things of different configurations. And we'll tell you this for all you backyard mechanics or whatever. I got a Saturn manual. I got 2. They're about that thick, about the size of a LA phone book for you guys who remember what phone books were before the interweb. They're not even close to being as good as Harley Davidson books. Not even close. So we want 4.5 at 7. 7. A little under 4.5. 7. I think this is going to be all right. We'll see what happens. 7. That's 7. 7. 4.25. You know, I hear people talk about trimming, trimming. This is all trimming right here. Figuring this crap out. 7. That one there's pretty damn close as it is. So this may be better than that one. Probably need to check the balance on them. You guys ever balance your prop? If you're not balancing your props, you're making a mistake. We got 10 minutes to go on this. This is the balancer I use. It's just a Dubro static magnetic balancer. So I think it's going to be this one. Put this with this so I don't screw that up. The prop game. Of course, I got to show you the fruits of my labor. As far as the rubbing goes today, turned out pretty damn good. But I'll be rubbing on it till the gnats. But it's closer than it was. Okie dokie. You can do it this way, or you can add super glue to it. I like sanding them. Trick is not to go too far. You go too far, you're chasing it all the way around the blade. Come on now, let's go. Still, gotta get some coarser sandpaper, I guess. Ridiculous. 320 don't want to take enough off of the whack. We'll get some 180. I'll go until I get this prop balanced so you can see that I do get it balanced. Is that 180? That is 180. Shit, I don't want to use 80 grit on it. Oh no, that was 320. This is 180. Yeah, that was 320. This is 180. We'll get some shit off it now. Almost. There you go. How hard was that? A little bit more, but not much. About 3/4 swipes how to do it. Might have went too far. No. That's pretty good right there. Close enough. Remember, you're not building a watch. Some of you guys that are machinists out there, super anal about bullshit. So I'm going to try this prop, then that prop with this combination here, where the back plate is on that one. this is 425. This is 4, that's 425. Yep. Randy seems to think the 4 pitch is where it's at. I don't think so. I bet it's going to be this prop here on the 3 blade side. Make sure it's the right length. Got to be big enough. Six and 3/4 are going to be 13 and a half. This'll do it right here. When I kill the stream here, I'm going to go ahead and paint this spinner anyway, because this red doesn't quite match. Red's a strange color. Actually, so is black. Blacks don't match. So we take these. What I need is a day out at the field that I can stay all day and do flight after flight after flight with different combinations of propellers and that stuff. So I got choices 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 choices. No, I got one in the car. 10, 11 choices. I got the 15-4-5 2 blade. I got the 15-4-8 2 blade, and all those props there. So out of all that mess, I should be able to find one propeller that works. That's a good thing. But do everybody a favor and figure all this shit out at home. Don't go out the field and say, well, we got to do this, that, and the other thing. Just figure it out at home. These spinners here are super nice. They weigh 7 grams. Let's see what it weighs. These are 100% unobtainium. It weighs 6 grams. One-quarter ounce. Now we made up those spinners that we got from Tower Hobbies. I got 1 or 2 of them around here in my spinner box, and they're carbon, or supposed to be carbon. I think they're plastic with carbon weave attached to them. But they're not 6 grams, they're 12 grams. They're double the weight. But it's still lighter than the aluminum. So, fruits of my labor today. It probably doesn't do it justice, but it's really shiny all over. It's 8 hours of rubbing on this today, or maybe longer. Plus 8, so that's 16. I probably got 40 hours rubbing on it already. And by the time the gnats come, I'll have another 40 hours in it. All the mistakes are fixed. All the clears on it. It weighs 61 ounces. Unless I put that stuff on it, we could probably make it down into the 60s even. But it's got to fly right too. It's got to be balanced. So Remember, the heavier airplane gets, the more tail heavy it gets. And right now, this thing is super nose heavy. It's right on the edge. I moved the gear back too. I took them off and put them in the vise and tweaked them. It had a bouncing landings. So everything's a big scramble to try to get ready for next week. Or the week after next, or whenever the heck it is. The 7th is when I'm going. Try to get, I'm going to go over and help John with his airplane. No, I put them in balance, but the rev up instructions say that you can trick the engine. I talked to Joe Adamusco the other night, and I thanked him for sending the props to me, and I have never seen this before. Never. In all the time I've been flying rev ups, never saw this instruction sheet. And he said it came in the bag of propellers when he didn't buy one prop, he bought bags of props, 6 at a time. And these came in the prop bags. And I used to have a bag of a dozen propellers, but it didn't have that in it. I bought a dozen of 13.6 rev ups in a bag. It didn't have that in it. So, oh, he wanted me to ask. There has to be a way to find out who owns the rights to rev up prop. So, does anybody out there in YouTube land have the name of the gentleman who was doing rev up props? What available spinner would I recommend? I'd go to Tower Hobbies and buy them spinners that we made. You know, we made the ends for. They look like this. They're only $7 or $8, I think. You know, you can't. Damn, all them pipes. You can't. You can't get Randy spinners anymore. This is a 2.5. This is too big. Yeah, this is a 2.5 carbon. This is a 2 right here. That's a 1 3/4 right there. Oh, I have another unobtainium spinner here. I don't know where my other needle nose spinner was. But this is a classic spinner here, but you can get it in needle nose. And this spinner here let's use one of these two. This spinner here weighs like I said, 12 grams. This unobtainium spinner weighs 6 grams. Yep, 6 grams as opposed to 12 grams. And these Randy spinners weigh 11 grams. And that doesn't include the back plate. I'm not a big fan of these kind of spinners. These are True Turn, 36 grams. Here's a Randy spinner, 12 grams. $17 grams on that one. $14 on that one. I mean, you just kind of gotta guess, you know. Well, see who, Esteban, see who owned the rights to Rev Up. We want to get the Rev Up rights. We don't need the tooling. We just want the rights to make this prop again. The tooling has been lost, from what I understand, which is a shame. Because to me, by far, this is the best propeller shape. Aha, okay, I appreciate it. It's 9 o'clock. Let me call Joe. Okay. Joe Adamushko.
Hello, please leave a message after the tone.
Joe, this is Sparky. You asked who is the founder of Rev Up Props. Here's what we got. They were produced around from 48 or 49 up until about 1990 by Chris Manchin and his wife at Progress Manufacturing. So I'm just passing it along. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay. We'd love to have the rights to that prop. I don't see why we couldn't do it. I mean, I certainly wouldn't do them like Brodak did it, and that goofy manufacturing that he had. All right, I'm done for this evening, I guess. We'll go eat some dinner and then go to sleep. Get up at 0:30 and see if I can't beat everybody out in the field. Get a flight in before the wind comes up. So like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you on the next one. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.